This is an Ironman challenge, in which the account must remain completely free to play. I can't use the central market for any reason ever, not even to store items. My class and tag class were both chosen at random near the beginning of the series. Previously on the Ironman, we got an easy duo, and then we didn't get an easy duo. And then we failed try. Okay, so I've done some very loose math, and with the crons that I have versus the crons that I need to make the ruins attempt, I need about 200 million silver, which is right about 20k crescent tokens. So I think for a little bit I'm going to run Loot Scroll and Agris just to kind of push that super hard, see if I can get it within an hour. Because without a Loot Scroll, but with Agris, I get about 16k in just over an hour. So hopefully with a Loot Scroll, I'll knock that down to an hour for 20k. And then we'll have enough silver to actually make the TET Ruins attempt. Scratch that whole Loot Scroll nonsense I came up with earlier. The Loot Scroll takes the trash I get from 4 per mob to 5 per mob. And it's just not worth wasting an entire Loot Scroll to save myself 20 minutes. So we're actually just going to turn that off, and then I'll just grind a little bit longer. Okay, there's the 20k trash we need. Took just shy of an hour and a half. Then we got 2 more scrolls, and then 3 more soiled, so we'll open those. No crescent this time. This is the first of 4 hours that hasn't given me a crescent ring, which is crazy. So now we'll run back to town, I'll sell my trash loot, and then see if I can buy enough crons to make that TET Ruins attempt. We have enough cron stones now. I made just enough silver to buy the cron stones I need to make a TET. If this downgrades, I think we're going to take a detour and make the tri-crescent ring that I'm going to need for the Jatina pen. I'm pretty sure you need a tri-crescent. I haven't looked into it in a while. But if I could just detour and make that, then I can get out of crescents and go somewhere that's going to make more silver faster so that I can make an attempt sooner. That's also what I'll be doing if it goes. So hopefully it goes, and then we can just not worry about it, and then we'll just work toward that tri-crescent. But if it downgrades, I'm going to detour. If it stays the same, I may decide to just go again for it right away. We'll kind of see how I feel. But here goes. %. This is attempt number 3. And it failed again. Really stubborn, this one. So that's another almost 2 bill that we need to make another attempt. I'm not sure if I'm going to go for that first or if I'll go for the crescent first. I guess you'll probably find out in the next clip when I've decided. Okay, so in the last clip, I wasn't sure if I wanted to go for a crescent or keep saving up for the ruins, keep pushing that. And I said that I would decide in the next clip. I guess is the next clip. I'm sort of decided that I want to go for the crescent just so that I can kind of get out of crescents. I don't think I have enough crescent rings. I only have 5 crescent rings, which, if I remember correctly, statistically isn't enough to get tri. But if we get carried, obviously it is. So I think I'm going to try and make money and try and get carried on these crescents to get a tri for my Jatina pen. But to do that, I don't really want to be at crescents. Crescents not only is a very far ride from town, which I have to return to every hour to dump my inventory and repair my gear, but also The trash loot is worth 10.6, but it has very low requirements. So instead, I'm not sure if it's possible, but I think I'm going to try to go to Sulfur and do that instead. The requirements are a whole lot higher. I don't know if I'm going to be able to one-shot the packs or even survive. Maybe on Guardian. Guardian has a lot of sustain. But the trash loot is worth 18.6, which is quite a lot more. So I should be able to make money faster, because trash loot is the only thing that I can sell, really. I'm actually very broke right now. From the last attempt, I only have 12 mil in the bank, which is a problem because now I can't run to Night Vendor and keep looking for my Uragons. So I'm going to cap out on energy because that's where all of my energy has been going. So I'm going to run up to Sulfur and see if it's possible. If it is, I'll be there until I get a decent amount of cash, but if I just can't do it, I guess I'll just go back to Crescents and keep going there. Okay, moment of truth. Let's see if this is going to be possible. Oh yeah, damage is really good. I feel like Guardian just hits really hard for some reason. Oh yeah, we're good. No stress at all. Okay, so we'll be here for a while then, until I run out of Crescent Rings, really. So, interestingly, I'm on the fence about Sulfur already. It's been 8 minutes. Mainly because, if you notice, with Aggresson, I only get 2 trash loot per mob. Because I have the base level Aggress and I don't want to waste loot scrolls. Which means that, technically speaking, I get less money per mob here than at Crescents. Another thing to consider is that these mobs use more Aggress than Crescents. So from a silver standpoint, on an Ironman challenge, this is less efficient than being somewhere that doesn't make sense to be more efficient. I've never considered Crescents to be more money than Sulfur, like ever. But that's because Sulfur drops a lot of like non-trash things more often than Crescents. Like you'll get more scrolls and Caphras and things here. But those things I can't sell for money. So I may have to take some time and actually look around in the Valencia area and figure out if one of these other spots would be even better still. That's 20k at Gahaz? When did they change that? Wow. But I might have to look around and figure out if anything is more efficient directly trash loot wise than Sulfur or Crescents. At least until I can do Elvia spots, because then I'll just burn all my Aggress at Orcs when I need silver, and that'll be plenty. So I'll have a look around and I guess get back to you on which is going to be the most efficient. Just testing out Gahaz here, and it looks like it has a similar burn rate of Aggress to Crescents, but you still only get 2 trash loot, which means it's roughly the same money. Because Crescents with just Aggress at the basic level without doing the journal, you get 4. So I guess there's really no reason to leave Crescents. So interestingly, I've gotten 2 scrolls in 6 minutes instead of 2 scrolls in an hour. So either I've gotten incredibly lucky, or Gahaz is just way better for scrolls than Crescents, which I think may be the case. So we'll hang out here for a bit longer just to see. And I may just be here instead of Crescents until either I run out of Crescents in making the try, or I can go to like Akhman or Histria. About half an hour at Gahaz, and I've gotten 4 scrolls. So if that trend continues, Gahaz is roughly 4 times as many scrolls as Crescents. So this may be our new spot Until at least I run out of crescent rings and then have to go back to crescents to get more. Oh, this is kind of cool. Another reason Gahaz is better than crescents is because it actually does sometimes drop Rosar boxes. So we can very slowly work on leveling up the ferry in hopes to get Miraculous Cheer 4. Okay, so I've gone just about an hour at Gahaz. And this time I've made absolutely sure that my drop rate doesn't have like a hidden 100% bonus. So my base drop rate, just because of ecology and stuff, is 24.5%. And I got 7k trash, which is equivalent to about 14k at crescents. So a tiny bit less trash loot, which means a tiny bit less silver. But look at all these scrolls. That's 9 scrolls versus 2 at crescents. If this is consistent and not just like some random bout of luck, this will be an absolute game changer. This will make memory fragments so much faster. This summer event thing ended yesterday, so I'm gonna go exchange these for boxes and see what we get. 18 boxes. Here goes. Got a Vel bundle. That's really interesting. Is this going to be an easy Vel? Probably not. Interestingly, I think that even if I got the concentrated magic, I don't think I could turn it into a Vel's Heart. Because you need the alchemy shards. So I'd have to figure out how to get like actual alchemy stones and then melt them for shards. But I'm probably not going to get it anyway, so it's fine. Yeah, we're safe. Okay. Another 40 hards and 19 sharps. Okay, just finished up a little live stream there. I grinded here for about 2 hours during the stream, got a crazy amount of scrolls, like an unbelievable amount of scrolls. See, that's 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23 scrolls in about 2 hours. Just with the Agris, no loot scroll or anything like that. So that's way better than Crescents, like way better. And then we dabbled in some adventure logs. I didn't get very far though. I did a couple of the Bartali steps and then got to the point where I need to make an advanced cooking utensil. And then I was working on the Agris Fever adventure log. Needed wheat for it. So I had to get a worker out and get him going on the wheat. Eventually we'll get enough of that. We're only at 32 for now. I tried it with the blue wheat from my seeds, but they wouldn't take that and there was no way to exchange it. So we'll have to wait for the worker to finish that and then we can finish that step and then we'll keep pushing that. Right about 15k trash from that as well, which is going to help our money situation out a lot.